Hey guys, welcome back to Breast and Family Matters. If you're watching this video, you have already seen our introduction video slash Q&A. So this video, well, as you guys know, I'm Quadira, or some call me Qua, and this is my daughter Janasia, and some call her Toots. Can you say hi? Hi. Can you say hi? Say hi. Um, so everyone, don't forget, please like, comment, and subscribe because we will be dropping content. We're going to try to drop at least twice on this channel a week and work our way up. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Say like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so today's video is going to be a how do I feel about having two kids under two. And today I am 34 weeks pregnant. I'm 34 weeks pregnant, and also my daughter will be 1 on the 24th. By the time you guys get this video, she'll already be 1. So we're gonna do a vlog on that, her birthday, and everything like that. So this should be interesting, and I'm also gonna do like a little labor and delivery. If I didn't say that, a little labor and delivery questions that I got offline. Labor and delivery with my daughter, and questions about 2 under 2. So this is just going to be like a little Q&A. All right, let's get right into the video. All right, guys. So like I said, I am 34 weeks pregnant. This week, I'm probably only almost 35 weeks pregnant. So yes, so I'm going to go off of what I have written down, and then some stuff I'll probably add, like I was going off the Q&A questions. I feel like if you guys want an in-depth labor and delivery video, I can do that as well. And I have a few other like mommy vlog videos and sit down videos for you guys as well. So the first question is, how old was your oldest when you got pregnant with your second? So Janasia was 3 months. So they're going to be 13 months apart, which I think is great. Let me see if that's in here. Okay, well, I'll add that to that one. The second question is, did you always know you wanted to have 2 kids under 2 years old? So I did. I knew I wanted to have my kids back to back because I have like a small family, and then growing up, most of my family was older. So I always wanted my kids, and we didn't grow up like close with our cousins or anything like that. So I said when I had kids, I wanted them to grow up close. So even if they don't have cousins their age, they just still feel like they're abundant with people their age and not only like older folks and their parents. So yes, I did know I wanted 2 under 2, and I'm gonna wait like 3 to 5 years, and then I want to have another 2 under 2 before, because I'm 27. So that's my goal as far as having kids. Okay, question number 3. What is your best piece of advice for another family considering getting pregnant while having a 3-month-old? Things to consider. Okay, things to consider is, 1, your body is not fully healed at that point. So your body already goes through a lot when you're pregnant and when you give birth, and it takes a while to heal. I'm not sure the exact amount of time. I think it's like a year or like 6 months plus to like heal. So just know that this pregnancy, your second pregnancy, that close, is going to be different. Like you're going to feel stuff a lot more. You're saying hi? Say hi. Hi. You're feeling stuff a lot more. Like this pregnancy. Hi. This pregnancy is a lot different. I feel a lot more. I feel like heavy. I have extra fluid. Like it's just things that I didn't expect because my pregnancy with her was so easy. We'll also talk about like pregnancy with her and things like that. I know I'm making this video kind of late, in my pregnancy, and I've also had a baby. Um, but any questions you guys have, you can leave it down in the comments, or I'll do a Q&A on my Instagram or on our Instagram and things like that. So number one is your body's not fully healed and don't expect. So I say number two would be don't expect your pregnancy to be the same. Like this pregnancy is like a lot different than my first one. So that's another thing. The third thing is you're gonna need help. Like it's not easy. Like me and her dad have her most of the time. But it's just like getting a sitter. Like you gotta have a excuse me, like have your child care together for your first baby. Um, have your child care together for your first baby, because like you're gonna have like a lot of appointments, and then you need somebody to watch them when you do give birth to your new baby. So you have to try to put all of those things into perspective when getting ready for the second child. What else would I say? So I would also say it's not easy on your body, like I said in the beginning. So the the fourth thing, I think I'm on number 4, would be like it's hard. Like it's hard chasing a toddler, because now she's like active and moving and touching stuff and putting stuff in her mouth and doing all of these things. So it's like harder. Like, and then now that I'm at the end, it's like, oh, girl, sit down. It's like, girl, sit down. But like, it's definitely a lot. So be prepared to like, you and your partner to figure out a schedule, a routine, basically helping each other out with your first child, because they are still growing and they are still young and they don't really understand, they don't understand that it's a new baby, and like, sleep schedule, things like that. The one thing I wish that I could do is like get my daughter to sleep in her own room. That's like the biggest thing right now. Like, cause I'm pregnant and it's like, oh my God, rest is like needed. Rest is like needed. Like she still wants to like sleep in our room and all of that stuff. So we're trying to get her to sleep in her own room, or whatever. But that's another thing. And just be happy. Like you're gonna have your ups and your downs. With this pregnancy, with my first pregnancy, it was like a breeze. I was barely sick. I was never sick. With this pregnancy, I've been sick. I've been sick on and off. Feeling heavy, feeling bloated. Just over it, ready to give birth. So just be ready to like just be happy, relax as much as you can, work as much as you can, whatever you have to do for your family, but make sure you get your rest. Like rest is really, really important. Otherwise you'll be drained and you want to take care of the baby you already have and while growing another one. So your rest is really important. That's why I say you and your partner should be able to find a common ground. Like, okay, I'm gonna sleep now, I'm gonna take a nap, if you're working, but even if you are a stay-at-home mom, you do have your kid all day. So it's imperative that your partner does, come home, get it together, shower, rest, but also do their part as well. All right. Let's see the next question. The next question is, what is your that's the same question. Okay, so that's the end of the questions for having 2 under 2. I also would say I haven't had my second child yet. So once I have my second child, I could do another Q&A, and then hopefully I have like an audience and you guys could go on our Instagram and ask questions. So I don't know what the future holds for that. I don't know, like, then I can be more in depth. Like while I'm home, this is the time I try to get them down. I'm starting to get Johnny on the schedule. Um, this is what's hard. This is what's been easier for me to do. Um, Things like that. So I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what's going to be hard yet, or where I'll need here, mama. Or my routine yet, because I obviously haven't had the baby yet. But once we had a baby, we can do like another sit down Q&A video or whatever. So that's that on that. But I'm happy, very blessed, very grateful, and just ready for my baby. Okay. Labor and delivery with my daughter. Questions. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 of these. I might touch on a couple other topics that aren't like listed. What are you doing there, Mom? That aren't listed. I may touch on a couple. So let's see. Here, Mom. Can you put them in? Put the X in. Can you put the X in? Put it in. Look, Mommy can put the triangle in. Oh. Okay. So, question number 1. Who was with with look, she just took the top off. Put them in there. Who was with you at birth? So the only person that was with me at birth was John, or JB. John was with me at birth. He was very supportive. He was great, but most of the time he was like asleep, because I'm gonna do I guess I'll do a labor and deliver like a whole video on it. So he definitely was a big help. But like after I went through the contractions, like he got off work. I went for an appointment at like 4 p.m. They ended up keeping me at the hospital. They ended up halfway inducing me. I didn't get the Pitocin because I didn't want that. So that's why I say halfway, which really wasn't halfway, because, excuse me, they just gave me Cervidil to soften my cervix, but I didn't get anything else. Once my water broke, it just was up from there. So I got to I think my appointment was at like 3 or 4. So I got to my appointment, and I had a stress test that day, and she must have been in the birth canal, because the day before I was having like contractions every 30 minutes the night before, and then the next day I was having contractions like every 8 minutes. So I was like, she's gonna come tomorrow anyway, but I still had an appointment, and I knew they were gonna keep me. I was telling my friend, I'm like, I'm not going to this appointment, like they're gonna keep me, and I don't feel like it. But I still ended up doing it anyway. So I still ended up going. So I got a stress test, and she was already probably in a birth canal. So she's seen the iPad, y'all. So she wasn't as active. And if when you get a stress test with a baby, they have to be actively, I think they have to be active for 15 seconds over a certain span, over a certain amount of times, or whatever. And she just wasn't doing it. She was just like snoozing and just probably ready to come out. So anyway, so the next day, back to John. So John was good. Like when he got off work, he came straight to the hospital. He was so good helping me out. It wasn't too bad. He brought up our bags and stuff, and then we chilled. Well, it wasn't like 4. I got there like 3 or 4, and John got there when he got off work, so it was nighttime. So by then, I already talked to the doctor about keeping me. I got admitted, and then I think John got off work at 11. So John didn't really get there till like 10, 11. John got there like 10, 11, because he was asking me, do I want him to come now? I'm like, no, like it's not that deep. Like I'm not like she's not coming now. Like, and I'm not like full blown like labor, like, oh my God. So I was like, no, just come when you get off. So he came when he got off, and like I was having contractions in the middle of the night. So mind you, the night before I was having contractions like 30 minutes. So I was barely getting any sleep. And then that next day I went to the hospital. And then in the middle of that night, when I finally did like start sleeping, because I was still getting like contractions throughout the day, they were like 2 minutes apart in the middle of the night. So like 2 a.m. I woke up and I was like, I can't keep getting up. Like I've been up for 2 days straight. It's not the pain because my pain tolerance is really high. I'm not gonna say it doesn't hurt. Like I hate when people say that. It is a pain. And if you can't take pain, then it is gonna be like, oh my God, excruciating. For me, it wasn't excruciating. My personal opinion, it wasn't excruciating to me. But it just was annoying. Like, you know how like, you got a headache and it won't go away, and just like annoying. Like when my contraction started to be 2 minutes, I'm like, oh, I need to sleep. Like, can you just call the lady to give me this, to give me epidural because I'm tired. I won't be able to push this baby out if I don't get rest. Like, and John's over there laying on a little bench. That was making me mad because he's like, snoring. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't sleep. These contractions are every 2 minutes. He's over there snoring while I'm over here in pain. So it just was like, give me the epidural so I can get some sleep. So I got the epidural like 2 a.m. I was able to sleep all night. They didn't really come in that much. They came in, I think, like 7 a.m. They might have came in before to check on me, but I remember 7 a.m. they came in and my cervix was softened. And the nurse was like, okay, we're going to give you like Pitocin in a few hours. And I'm like, I don't want it. Like, you can bring it, but I'm not taking it. Like, I don't want it. Like, I feel like some of these hospitals, like, they want to bill your insurance. So I was like, no, I don't want it because it's going to like force the baby. It's going to make this way harder. It's going to put her under stress. Like, I don't want Pitocin, period. So, she said she's going to come back for it anyway. I said, whatever. So that was like 7 something. So, my favorite OB who was delivering my baby coming, I like, if you know me through healthcare, once I get one person, I stick with that person as long as we got a good rapport. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't have bedside manner. They're rude. They say things that worry you when it shouldn't be a worry, like things like that. They make you just do all this extra stuff. That's another story. That's another like conversation. So yeah, so 7 a.m. she said she's gonna bring the pencils and blah blah blah. They come back around 10. My favorite OB walks in. She feels me and she's like, girl, you're +2. Like, don't even cough. Like, you're ready to push. Let me get the team together and we're doing this. I was like, you can take the Pitocin back, girl. I love you, but I wasn't taking it. Like, I'm laboring fine on my own. So came in and I gave birth, which I have another question on here, which is why I'm not gonna like talk about that, because it's another question on here that how did you know when to push? So it says, how did you know when to push? So I basically knew when to push when my OB came in there, checked me, and was like, girl, you ready? So yeah, so that was that. How long did you push? So I got her out in 3 pushes in 3 minutes. I was like the talk of the floor. I got her out so fast. 3 pushes, 3 minutes. Perfect. The labor was the longest part. Okay. Did you have a birthing plan? I actually did have a birthing plan, which is so funny. I definitely had a birthing plan. My birthing plan had like dim lights, like soft music, like this and that. I'm telling you, make a birthing plan. It's worth it if you're going to stick to it. Like, if you're actually going to pack all these things and take them with you, and you know what I mean? If you're really going to like be actually using that stuff, and you have to give it to the hospital so that way they know, like, this is what I don't want, this is what I do want. I wish I would have stuck a little stricter to it. But again, it wasn't like very uncomfortable for me, and it kind of just went smooth. But I do wish I did do some of the things on my birthing plan. Like, I wanted a tub in my room, and they only had, I think, 2 tubs on the floor. And it's so funny because I was in a room with a tub when I got admitted back, and I actually finally was in like the labor and delivery room. I had a tub, but I wasn't labored that far yet. Like, it still was in the middle of the night, right? So this lady came in active labor. They're like, oh, you gotta like basically kick me out the room. Like, oh, basically like we don't have no more rooms. Like, she gotta go like back to like the waiting area in the back so this lady can have a room. Y'all, when I say I was like upset, so I got a call. So yeah, I just was like not feeling. They kicked me out to give somebody else the room, and they had a tub. So when I did end up, excuse me, staying in a room for a labor and delivery, I didn't have a tub. So that was the only downside to that. Okay, I think we're on the last question. Any advice on choosing a pediatrician? So for me, I'm blessed that my daughter has the same pediatrician I grew up with, which is so crazy. It's like 3 generations because my sister's kids have the same pediatrician. So it's crazy, and I was definitely blessed that she still practices and stuff. But my advice would be do your research. Like, check out their stats, check out like their like what people say about them, check out how long they've been practicing. Which, it doesn't make you a bad pediatrician if you're like pretty new and stuff like that on the scene. But me, I like seasoned people because they know, like, they're not gonna like just be like in a frenzy about every little thing, because every little thing isn't like as serious unless it's serious. So I would say do your research. When I had weight loss surgery in 2019, if you guys want me to talk about that, I can talk about that as well. So, but like, I researched my doctor, I read up on him, I got reviews. A few people, well, 1 person or 2 people I knew had got surgery from him. Excuse me. So yeah, I definitely did my research to see if he was good. And then honestly, it's going to be from experience, weeding out who's for you. Like, somebody might not have good bedside manner that matches yours. Like, weed them out. Like, so it's just like a trial and error thing. But for me, I was lucky, like I said. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. This is my little small Q&A for labor and delivery and on my labor and delivery story, kind of, and how I feel about having 2 under 2. So, say bye. It was nice talking to you guys. Be here for more content. We're gonna be doing more mommy stuff, vlogs, sit down videos, story time. So it's much more to come. And you'll see more of this girl. You'll see more of this girl. She's so silly. And you guys will be seeing the new baby soon. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Look, and say mwah. Mwah. Look at mwah. Bye.